Good morning. Welcome to today's Morning Moxie with Larisa. Now, today we are starting a new segment called Tip Jar, and that is just really not so much inspiration as it is a couple of tips for best practices. Now, today I wanted to share with you a few things that I learned when I went to a Facebook training. I have no idea how I got on their list, but I was excited to be on the list because it was a really good, meaty training. And it was about Facebook, but it was also about Instagram. And so I just, for whatever reason, popped into my head and I want to share that with you today. So I wanted to talk to you about the first thing is, of course, the almighty engagements. You know, if you have 1,000, 5,000, I don't know how many friends you might have on Facebook, right? And then what if you just have all these friends, if you will, but there's no engagement or very little engagement? Now, I have to share with you that you have to comment and otherwise engage with their post in order to show up in their feed. So it's a symbiotic relationship, if you will. So that's the first thing. You have to engage with others so that they will engage with you. And, you know, so much of this is managed by artificial intelligence, which is back behind the scenes, making our life difficult. I'm sure that's what they're doing. But, you know, there are a few things that you can do. And one of the other things is about the comments. Now, I know when, you know, people can talk about reciprocity. It's like, hey, if you like my post, I'll like your post. Well, I have to break it to you that a like is the least valuable in terms of the algorithms. So, you know, obviously a like is better than nothing. If that's all you can do, then that's all you can do. But I'm suggesting you can do more. And that's what this podcast tip jar is about, podcast. So anyway, so a like is the least that you can do. More impactful would be an emoji. So either a smiley face or face plant or whatever the situation happens to call for, you know, at least upgrade to an emoji. But the cream of the crop would be an actual comment that you type in. And by that, I don't mean cool, beautiful, pretty, you know, one word is not going to cut it. 5 words or more is the golden goose for engagement on Facebook and Instagram. So when I do comment, I do try and give 5 words. I can't always get there. So if you get stuck, those last 2 words, add their name, right? But yeah, actually type in something. Thanks for the reminder. That was helpful. I know what you mean. This happened to me or whatever. So there's, you know, the whole point, believe it or not, is not just being promotional on Facebook. It's actually about engagement. And so I just wanted to throw that little reminder out there because that's really what it's all about. So if you step up your game to leave 5-word comments and you're part of a Facebook group or you lead a Facebook group, you know, some of the groups I've been in, they talk about, you know, okay, today's the day we're all going to support each other. So make sure that you follow and like so-and-so, you know, each other's post. Well, great. But yes, follow, but do follow up with the 5-word comment. And so if you could all do that in amongst your group, that would be a good start, but also do that when you are engaging with others that you hope to bring into the fold. You do have to engage with their material as well. And I'm suggesting 5 words or more. And then the other little tidbit I wanted to offer is if you're having a content crisis, you know, you're just smart as a whip and you've got all this great info to share, but remember, it cannot always be promotional. You have to provide value. So I'm suggesting that if you get stuck, even before you get stuck, read. Attend webinars, get informed, and get inspired. And that is what I do all the time, which is probably why I'm not online that much. But Inc. magazine has some great, first of all, great business information. And they do have an online presence. I just happen to like the magazines. I always read them cover to cover because they're just that good. Entrepreneur.com and fastcompany.com have great online articles as well. So good information and good tips and strategies, if you will, that you can share with your community. So don't forget to check them out. And then the last one is also the Black Enterprise has a lot of good articles, and in particular, their webinars, a lot of good events and webinars that they offer. That was a recent discovery of mine. I used to subscribe to that magazine as well, but I discovered them online, and they go live on LinkedIn quite frequently. And I'm just, I've got my notebook over here and I've got my work laptop over here. So I'm just, I'm double dipping because I don't want to miss out. So, but I'm just suggesting that you don't rack your brains. You can't know it all. You can have guests post on your blog. That's also fine. But I'm suggesting that you want to also expand your mind by reading, listening, and learning from others as well. So that has been a tip jar episode of Morning Moxie with Larisa. Maybe you already know these things, maybe you don't, but I hope you found them good reminders, and do share with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe, because we do need you to get those numbers up. And a good like would be most appreciated. That is it for today, and I will see you next time. Ciao.